You wake up and for once you are not tired, you are ambitious. Today's the day. Learn to code, write the novel, launch the side hustle, learn the language, get shredded. You sit down at your desk and then nothing. You just stare. So you tell yourself 5 minutes on the phone just to reset. 2 hours later, you put the phone down. Nothing got built, nothing got written, nothing got started. And motivational culture will tell you the problem is discipline. It isn't. The problem is how your brain is built. In 2009, a researcher named Sophie Leroy ran an experiment on task switching. And what she found should terrify anyone with 5 open tabs on their life. When you switch from task A to task B before finishing task a piece of your attention doesn't switch with you. It stays behind, stuck. She called it attention residue. And it means every switch you make is a tax. Paid in focus you don't get back. Now stack that against a second problem. Your brain doesn't let go of unfinished things, it clings to them. Russian psychologist named Bluma Zeigarnik proved it back in 1927. Unfinished tasks occupy far more mental space than finished ones. So here's what's actually happening every morning. 5 open loops, each one leaking residue into the other. And your brain, before you've done a single push-up or written a single sentence, has to choose. And that choosing has a cost too. It drains the exact resource you needed to actually start working. So you don't pick, you default to the phone. So motivational culture had it backwards. The problem was never that you have 5 interests. Plenty of people do. The problem is that all 5 were open at once. All 5 leaking, all 5 demanding a decision simultaneously. Stick to basics. You don't need to kill 4 of your 5 goals. You need to close 4 of your 5 loops. Your brain doesn't need all 5 finished, it just needs to stop treating all 5 as active. That's the entire fix. Here's the protocol. It's called one open loop and it takes 90 seconds to set up. Step 1. Write down all 5 goals on paper. Not in your head, on paper. Your brain has to see them leave your skull. Step 2. Circle exactly one. The one you'll work on this week. Not the easiest one, the one that matters most right now. Step 3. The other 4 don't get deleted. They get parked one index card each out of sight but captured so your brain can finally stop guarding them. This works because of the same research we just covered. A captured task stops nagging the way an abandoned one does. The Zeigarnik Effect softens the moment the loop is written down. Step 4. Every morning, before you touch your phone, you look at exactly one card, the circled one. That's the only decision you are allowed to make. No decision fatigue. No residue from 4 other pursuits, just one loop open in front of you. Once that one goal hits a real milestone, or you finish it, you pull the next card from the drawer and repeat. Let's do the math on why this beats the 5 goals at once approach. Not motivationally, numerically. Say each task switch costs you roughly 20 minutes of degraded focus. That's the low end of what attention residue research suggests. 5 open goals means you're switching between them constantly through the day. Call it 8 switches. That's over 2.5 hours of pure residue. Gone every single day. Now run one open loop, one task. 0 switches within the work block. 0 residue tax. That 2.5 hours goes back into the one thing you circled. Stretch that gap across 6 months. Roughly 180 working days. That's over 450 extra hours of real uninterrupted focus. Not motivation, reclaimed time. That's the equivalent of an extra 11 full 40-hour work weeks. Handed back to you, just by closing 4 loops you were never using anyway. You don't have 5 lives to build at once. You have one loop to close at a time. Write the 5, circle the 1, park the rest. Repeat. Stick to basics.